Episode 40. Be Dead at Bingo. Santa Cruz is a strange place. Always has been. Where the fog clings to the cliffs and even the ghosts have opinions about rent control. You want weird? We've got it. We bottle it, sell it at farmers' markets, and use the leftovers as air freshener in the county jail. This time it started at the top of the hill, near the boardwalk. That old Victorian house with too many windows and the kind of silhouette that gives crows second thoughts. Locals know the story. Hitchcock saw that house and boom, there's your inspiration for the Bates Motel. Only now it's a retirement home. Hillview Manor, where the curtains don't just flutter, they judge. That's where they found him, slumped over in the rec room, still clutching a dauber like it owed him money. Colonel Harry, or was it Larry? Maybe Jerry, could have been Perry. I've heard all of them. Pretty sure even he wasn't sure anymore. He'd say Colonel, then pause like you were supposed to salute or thank him for his service to mankind. You'd know him if you ever listened to KSCO. Loud, braggy, called himself the smartest listener we ever had, which, let's be honest, isn't saying much. The kind of color who made you wonder if brilliance and belligerence came as a package deal. Every time he called the station, it started with a dissertation on his own intelligence. As the most qualified color, he'd begin before launching into a monologue on geopolitics, city planning, or the correct pronunciation of quinoa. He said it was quin-hun-hun. And then he disappeared, stopped calling for months. Listeners started asking, whatever happened to that one guy? You know, the genius, the pain in the transmitter. Well, turns out after the 2016 election, Barry took a bit of a spiral, thought the world was ending, not in a poetic way, in a highlight municipal codes and yell at the post office kind of way. He lost friends, lost focus, lost an argument with a bus stop bench. Eventually, someone convinced him to check into Hillview Manor, a place with padded chairs, daily pudding, and bingo night every Thursday. Last week, he won. At least, he thought he did. It was the final round, the jackpot. Larry, let's go with that for now, suddenly stands up and shouts bingo like he's announcing a military coup, only he didn't have it blacked out. He had 3 in a row and the confidence of a man who didn't check twice. Juanita, 65, sharp as a tack, not to be trifled with, told him he was mistaken. He told her she was brainwashed. She told him to sit down or be put down. That's when the yelling started. He lunged for the prize table, got tangled in some oxygen tubing, tripped, face planted into the bingo ball hopper. One of the balls, a G47, shot out like a bullet, straight down his throat. And just like that, Colonel Jerry choked on his own jackpot. The staff tried to save him. Juanita offered to Heimlich him, but only after saying, "That man could argue with a statue and lose twice." Too late. He was gone before they even turned off the ceiling fan. I saw him once, not long ago, over at Gray Bears, right off the freeway, near the new overpass. He was digging through old keyboards, looking for a single replacement button. Said it was the Enter key from an IBM Model M. Claimed it was the only key that ever understood him, the kind of key a genius would use, according to him. They say he died doing what he loved, arguing with people who didn't care. I guess that's something. They held a service, modest. Juanita brought cookies. Lenny, his old roommate, read a passage from Perry's unpublished memoir, Why I'm Right and Everyone Else is Wrong. And me? I lit a cigarette outside the no-smoking zone and sipped from a coffee cup that's chipped, stained, and somehow always full, like it knows I'll never put it down. The fog rolled in. The hill got quiet. And I said goodbye to a man whose name I never got right and never will. I stood there a while longer, coffee in hand, thinking about how a man could spend his whole life talking and still never say anything worth hearing. That's when the words came to me, like they always do at the end of these things. This one's for you, Colonel Mary. He clawed for a card that wasn't his own. He barked out a win in a furious tone. He stumbled, he fell, the room held its breath, then swallowed a ball and choked to death. No glory, no honor, just bingo and shame. And that's why I sleep with a fork in my shoe. Until next time, your detective, Billy Armi.